second half. Isaiah is the highest form and quality of Hebrew poetry in existence. The prophecy of Isaiah is the greatest of the major prophets and contains more content than all the minor prophets combined. It should be said that if the New Testament